What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So for today's video, I'm really hoping that this will be up before Christmas, because what I wanted to do was a kind of holiday glam, something that everybody could do, a wearable holiday glam, something that everybody could do and wear for this upcoming Christmas if you celebrate, or you know, whatever holiday that you celebrate. I celebrate Christmas, so this is giving me Christmassy vibes. I actually really like how everything came out. I tried to steer more towards basically I tried to steer, like, doing my makeup day more towards makeup that you can actually get your hands on if you needed to run to the store right now and get it. There are a few things, just some personal favorites of mine that you cannot buy in a store that I did use today, but other than that, I think that everything, you know, you definitely can get your hands on. So that was my goal for today, was kind of use like more like drugstore makeup. So yeah, so this is what we're working with today. I am going to be doing my eyes and my face makeup as well, so that way, you know, you guys get the full shebang bang, you know, the full look. You get it all. You get all the vibes. So at the end of the video, I will be doing it up close so you guys can really see how the makeup looks. So yeah, I think that is just about it. If you're curious to see how I created this gorgeous full face of makeup, then please do keep on watching. So I'm going to be taking my Jacllyn Hill Volume 2 palette. Now mine is customized and she is very loved, okay? So we're going to ignore how dirty it is. Also, my children get into all my stuff, so we're just going to ignore how dirty everything always is. So I figured that I would use this like classic palette because this is one of Morphe's like most sold palettes. So more than likely, more people will have this palette to be able to do the look I'm going to create today. I'm going to start by taking this dark brown shade right here, and I'm going to take this on a Morphe M573 brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and start working this in. I'll probably take it like majority of the way, but not all the way like into my front. Next, I'm going to take the shade that, is that right above it? Yeah. I'm going to take the shade right above that first shade. So we use this shade, now we're going to use this shade. What I really like about this palette is that they're like, the tones are kind of similar, but really they all are different. So like there's actually like a more noticeable difference. Some neutral palettes I see, especially like large ones, have a lot of very similar colors, but this palette has a lot of like different undertones that you could really really change your look up. So I'm just going right over the edge of that first color, and this is also a Morphe brush, but it doesn't have a name. It came in a set of 4, and I'm going to take this, so this is where I kind of ended the first shade, and so I'm just going to keep going, and every time I get a new color, I'll go in further and further. So then I'll just go over that. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just laying my colors down, and then I'll go through and reblend them all. I'm going to take this shade right here. All these shades have names, but they're on the back of the palette, and so I don't know. We're just going to kind of point and wing it, you know what I mean? Okay. So same thing. I'm just going to start right where that color ended. And I'm going to just buff that out. I'm going to go in further than I went the first time. I don't know what inner means. And then I'm just going to take the color directly above it. I'm going to start in the inner corner this time. So when I go and do my bronzer, I'll probably blend this down my nose. So I'm just going to blend all of this out. And look at just how smooth that blend is already. And I haven't even like worked it yet. I've had this palette for such a long time, and it's still one of the best palettes in my collection. If you don't have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Volume 1, it's like just a staple, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to go through all of my colors again and make sure that they're blended and that you can see all of the colors. And I'm just going to kind of keep to the same shape that I was already doing. Okay, so that's the vibe. I'm not even going to cut my crease or anything. Let me go ahead and do this eye. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to take the Kama Cosmetics. I think I figured out how to pronounce it. The Kama Cosmetics Chameleon Flakes. Sorry, my son's giggly. This is going to be in the shade Epiphany. I do have some other colors, but specifically somebody on TikTok wanted to see this shade that I used. So I'm going to go in with those. So let me do this eye, and then we could mix the pigment together and all that good stuff. If you haven't heard about it, I'll give you all the details and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. So I was making a TikTok, but I got the Kama Cosmetics Chameleon Flakes. So the specific shade I'm using is the shade Epiphany, I believe. So what I did is I put some in the lid, and I put 2 drops of the mixing medium, and then I mix it up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually scoop it up onto my brush, and then I'm literally just going to apply it. So I put maybe like a pinch of the flakes and then about 2 drops of the mixing medium pigment stuff, and then I kind of scooped it up on the brush. You can't really just like, you can't just like rub it in, you gotta like scoop that shit up. And then I'm just gonna apply it in like a little cut crease shape. And then these do dry down, and once they dry down, they will not go anywhere. I think I also want to do a winged liner with this look. So I'm gonna take my Made by Mitchell Graph Ink liner, and this is the shade Black Milk. And I'm only gonna do like a half wing. You'll see. I'll do the video right now of me doing it. And I think that would make this look pop, baby. You know, it's fine if they're not perfect, because you know I am not perfect. All right. So I always like to do my face before I put my lashes on, so that way my powders and stuff don't get stuck in my lashes. So let's go ahead and move on to base makeup. So I'm going to start by taking the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation. And I have already primed. I just used the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, and then, you know, my regular moisturizer. So the main thing about like a good face makeup application is having really good skincare. So like if you want your makeup to look good, your skin has to look good, you know what I mean? So I use the Pharmacy Honey Grail face oil. So I did that, and then I used the Pharmacy Daily Greens moisturizer. So first the oil, then the moisturizer, and then I kind of let that sink into my skin, and then I went in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in the luminous version. So I always like to mix my foundations with just a little bit of setting spray, but you have to make sure that they're not an oil-based foundation, otherwise it'll separate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cream contour. So I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer. So this one is in the shade Toast, and this one's in the shade Fairest. So mainly just I'm going to put the Fairest on my nose for like my nose contour. Sorry about all that noise. This is why I don't talk during my videos, guys, because my kids just be playing, doing the mostest. So this is a little bit dark, but it blends out so beautifully, so I don't mind that. I'm gonna take this Real Techniques sculpting brush and just kind of buff this in. We're gonna trust the process with my nose. I'm gonna take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fairest on my nose. Like that. And then I'm gonna take the CoverGirl Concealer in Light Ivory and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. So this one's more yellow undertone, this one's more pink undertone. I'm literally in the middle of those undertones, so I'm gonna mix these together. Both of these on their own are really good, but I'm more mixing them for a color match. So we'll start with the pink one. I'm just gonna do under the eyes, and I'm not even gonna bother with my forehead because my bangs will cover it anyways. So the foundation, the bronzer will be enough up there. And then I'll mix some of this on top of it. Before I set my face, I'm gonna go in with the Made by Mitchell blush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Cherry Cola and Melon Sorbet. So I always like to do darker and then the lighter in the front. And these are so pigmented that literally you don't need that much. I'm gonna blend out the darker shade, and then I'll blend in the lighter shade. Okay, so my setting powder of choice today is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I also really like the pressed foundation, is a really good one. So I figured since I was using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, I would use the setting powder as well. My sponge is obviously damp. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blend out any of my eye creases. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to re-tap in my concealer and make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to take my same damp sponge and I'm going to go ahead and set everywhere where I put concealer. So the bridge of my nose, usually I put concealer on my forehead, so we'll set that. My chin, my upper lip, and then like my smile lines. Or like where your smile lines will form. So just like that. So for the holidays, I really like to have a nice glowy look. So I'm going to take my Jaclyn Cosmetics Do Me Luminous powder. And I like to take it on this big fluffy Hank & Henry brush. So I take some and I just kind of swirl it in the cap. And then I put it over my cheeks, nose, forehead, and chin. I'm going to take the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer and really just my forehead and then my nose contour, because you guys know I always go ham with the blush. So I am going to add like another topper, so I really don't need like any more color than I'm gonna put. Really, I've been using just bronzer for just like my forehead to give it some color, and then for my nose contour. And then I like to personally use this. I got at the Natural Grocers. It's a Mineral Fusion eye-based brush, but like just the shape of it, it's like real oval. It's like so perfect for nose contour. So I'm just gonna go right over where I put that dark brown. And then I'm going to take more powder to just clean up those lines. So now we have the bronzer. So I want to keep everything more natural. So I'm going to take this Note Blush in Desert Rose. I got this in one of my Boxycharms. I honestly don't even know where it's sold or anything like that. Probably you could get it at like Ulta, but it's just like a really pretty peachy color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top up my cream blush, make it more vibrant, more pigmented. You don't have to do this, but I love blush, guys. I love it. I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution X Self Highlighting Palette. I think I'm going to take the pink because of my eye. I think that would look really cute. So, you know, we'll do the pink. And then I think we'll do the gold. So we'll do the pink and then we'll do the gold. Do you need this much highlighter? No. Do I use this much highlighter? Every day. Now I'm gonna do just a little bit of color under my eyes. I never like to do too much because I do have pretty gnarly under eye creases. So I'm gonna take this flat brush and I'm gonna take the first dark brown shade that we used. And I'm just gonna put this right under my whole lid. Usually I like to do like ombre, you know, from start dark and then just blend it in lighter. But I think I'm gonna just do it all across. And then I'm gonna dip this fluffy brush into the lightest shade that I used. And I'm just going to buff it out. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do for just kind of like final touches before I just, you know, lashes and lippy are really all that's left. I'm gonna take this Kaleidos Space Age highlighter. I've been dying to use this, but it's just so pretty that I haven't been wanting. You know when something's so beautiful that you don't want to use it to save it, but it's like the point is to use it because it's so fucking beautiful, you know? So this shade is so creamy too. I'm gonna take it on a little pencil brush. Tell me why this is the exact color of my Chameleon Flakes right now. Fucking stunning. Look at that. Oh my goodness. For the holidays, I think I'm gonna take these. So this is the Michaela X Glam Light Lashes, and these ones are in the style Code Orange. So these are like the cat eye lashes. So I'm gonna apply these. And then my lip combo, I'm gonna go with something nude, but we'll discuss what I decide when I come back. Okay, so here is the completed look. I actually really like how everything came out. My lip combo, I went in with the LA Girl lip liner and blushing, and then I went in with this Mellow Cosmetics rose lip pencil, like all in the center, because I feel like this would not be too great of a color to do like lip liner with. And then I went in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie because it's like really light. So I think this combo is like really cute. I actually like it a lot, and I think it suits my makeup really well. These Michaela X Glam Light lashes are a fucking vibe. I'll also do an up close at the end of the video like I always do, so you guys could see how my makeup looks without all of my hair in the way. But like this is kind of how I would style it, either like this or like with it like pinned back. I think that would look really cute also. So yeah, that is going to conclude today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I really hope that this was beginner friendly and that you guys could definitely do this for the holidays. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy me and if you enjoy my content. And without further ado, we're gonna roll the clip.